Today, we're going to uncover an absolutely incredible story of strategic genius, one that was hidden in plain sight on a Louisiana plantation. It's about a woman who turned 31 years of quiet observation into a master plan for freedom. So this is where it all begins, with a plantation owner, a simple ledger, and a name on a list. For a woman named Louisa Henderson, seeing her daughter's name on that list meant an impossible choice had just been made for her. You know, this whole story really boils down to that one question. It's about how 31 years of just watching, of waiting, were suddenly unleashed in this meticulously crafted 30-day plan that was going to change everything, not just for her daughter, but for dozens of other people. To really get the genius of Louisa's plan, we have to go back. We have to try and see the world the way she saw it, for 3 very, very long decades. She wasn't just enduring, she was studying. For 31 years, Louisa's most powerful tool was a warm, sincere smile. But you gotta understand, this wasn't a sign that she was content. No way. It was a mask. It was camouflage for a brilliant mind that was constantly at work, mapping every single weakness of the system she was trapped in. And this was her birth name, Nawi. It was given to her by her grandmother, back in the kingdom of Dahomey. It wasn't just a name, you know. It was more like a secret creed she carried inside her, a mission statement for her entire life. I mean, look at this contrast. The plantation owner, William Hargrove, he saw a loyal, functional servant, an asset. But the reality, the truth of who she was a healer, a scholar, and most importantly, a quiet architect of resistance. The gap between what they saw and who she was, that was her greatest advantage. So let's be really clear here. She wasn't just surviving day to day. She was building a secret arsenal of knowledge, everything from botany to literacy to the social dynamics of the entire estate. She was basically turning the plantation into a map that she could read better than anyone, especially its owners. Okay, let's jump forward. It's the 9th night after that terrible announcement. The decision to act has been made. Now we get to see how all those years of observation build into this meticulous, multi-layered plan. This right here is a masterclass in strategy. I mean, look at this. She took the impossible problem of escape and broke it down into 4 distinct phases. And the brilliant part? Each one was executed under the perfect cover of her normal, everyday duties. And get this? Look at the scientific precision of her plan. This wasn't just some random hope. She targeted specific people with specific herbal concoctions to create very specific outcomes. It was all designed to maximize confusion and, most importantly, buy them precious time. But of course, a plan this brilliant had a cost, a devastating one. Louisa came to realize that for the plan to truly work, she had to stay behind. She had to use all 31 years of that built-up trust as the final, most crucial piece of misdirection in her entire strategy. So the remedies have been administered. The plantation's leadership is effectively neutralized by a mysterious illness. Under the cover of total darkness, the moment of execution has finally arrived. You can just feel the tension in this timeline, can't you? A nearly 8-hour trek through incredibly dangerous terrain. It's just an amazing testament to the courage of this group and their absolute total trust in Louisa's plan. 45. Let that sink in for a second. That's not just a number. It's 45 people, 45 lives, including a 67-year-old woman named Hattie. All of them walking away from that plantation, betting everything they had on Louisa's 30-day gambit. And right there, on the opposite bank of the river, Louisa stood and watched her daughter, Kora, step into a future that she had so carefully, so meticulously built for her, a future that Louisa herself, by her own design, could never join. But getting them across the river, that was only half the battle. The plan didn't end there. The aftermath was just as critical, and it was going to require the performance of a lifetime from Louisa. And the chaos she engineered, it worked. It worked perfectly. It bought the escapees a critical 2-day head start before any kind of organized search could even begin. That confusion, that was her final weapon. And here it is, the proof. This is what success looked like. The plan was so good that none of the 45 were ever captured. Every single one of them found their own version of freedom, a future purchased by Louisa's sacrifice and her brilliant strategy. Now Hargrove, he was certain she was behind it all. He knew, but knowing something and proving it are two very different things. For months, she endured imprisonment and questioning, but her unyielding silence, and probably that ever-present infuriating smile, became his final defeat. So, you might be wondering, how do we even know any of this? Well, for decades, this story just vanished. Until the 1930s. Out of 17,000 narratives collected by the government, just one voice, Kora's own granddaughter, made sure the story of the brilliant strategist they called the Ghost of Louisiana was not forgotten. This was the very last sentence the interviewer recorded. Think about that. Spoken by Kora's granddaughter, it's this perfect, powerful echo of the instructions Louisa must have given her daughter that last night in the kitchen. Louisa Henderson's story is just incredible. But it reminds us that some of history's greatest strategists are the ones we've never heard of. Their genius isn't written down in history books. It's hidden in the quiet, deliberate, and unbelievably courageous work of survival and liberation.